Good afternoon. My name is Dawn Kramer. Did you know that women make up 50% of the world's population, 70% of the world's poor, and two-thirds of the population that is never taught to read or write? These are facts that Hillary Clinton used in her speech entitled, "Women's Rights Are Human Rights." When she spoke in the speech, she talked of how women are not valued and do not receive the respect they deserve. Most importantly, though, she explained, a woman who receives equal rights and can make everyday decisions will flourish, and so will our nation. Consequently, in order for Hillary Clinton to give a successful speech on this topic, she had to use public speaking tips and emotional tips to engage her audience. The first thing she had to do was decide who her target audience was. According to It's Showtime, How to Give an Effective Speech by Stephen K., you can dramatically impact your presentation by studying your audience. Mrs. Clinton's immediate audience was the men and women who attended the United Nations Fourth World Conference for Women. Her extended audience was people who would watch her on television, read her speech, or listen to the speech on the radio. She bonded with those listeners during her introduction by saying, "It's a coming together," much the way women come together every day in every country. After successfully engaging her audience, she used public speaking techniques to keep them interested as she spoke. The first technique she used was establishing her credibility. She did this when she spoke of experiences of women she met in South Africa, Denmark, and the Western Hemisphere. Next, she kept eye contact with people throughout the room. According to Kay, this will make each listener feel as though you are talking to them personally. While she spoke, she used a serious tone, but a variety of volume. According to The Art of Public Speaking by Stephen Lucas, a speaker must adjust her voice to the acoustics in the room, the size of the audience, and the background noise. Hillary Clinton was able to do this with the aid of a microphone. This ensured her audience throughout the large room could hear her. Additionally, Ms. Clinton used techniques of pausing or a moment of silence. Lucas stated, "Mark Twain said, 'The right words are effective, but no word is ever as effective as the rightly timed pause.'" This was used when Ms. Clinton used examples of how women were mistreated and abused throughout the world. The moment of silence gave the audience time to absorb the example and react. Not only did Ms. Clinton use public speaking techniques, but she aroused emotion throughout her speech. After captivating her audience and forming a relationship with them through her introductions, she aroused many different emotions throughout her speech. When giving examples of women giving birth, raising children, cooking meals, cleaning homes, and washing clothes, her audience felt compassion for the hard-working woman. She raised feelings of anger when she spoke of women and how their rights had been violated. Cheers were heard throughout the room when Ms. Clinton stated, "It is no longer acceptable to discuss human rights and women's rights separately." And in the end, there was a feeling of excitement when cheers were heard, when she said, "Now is the time to act on behalf of every woman everywhere." This statement summarizes the purpose of her speech. Hillary Clinton's speech was truly inspirational. Watching a woman of her stature give a speech that could affect so many people today and in the future. By using experiences, emotions, and public speaking techniques, she was able to ask the world to fight for human rights. Due to the success of these techniques, this speech will be a lasting piece of rhetoric for years to come. Kay expressed, "A speaker strives to make change. To do this successfully, the speaker must become familiar with these techniques that I have discussed today. This can make a difference between successfully or unsuccessfully reaching your listener and delivering your message. I will try some of Hillary Clinton's techniques such as establishing credibility using personal experiences and incorporating pauses to enable my audience to react. I have evaluated many techniques today for you for a successful speech, which has been proven by Hillary Clinton's speech, "Women's rights are human rights." Now it's your turn to implement these strategies for your next successful speech. Thank you.